In a bustling town, life moved fast. People rushed through their days, too busy to notice each other. But in a small bakery, hidden on a quiet street, an elderly man named Mr. Gray began each morning with the warmth of freshly baked bread and a gentle smile. He greeted every customer, yet behind those smiles lay a hidden sadness. Mr. Gray had run the bakery alone since his wife passed away years ago. His heart ached not just from loss, but from a rift with his only son, Milk. They had argued bitter words about the bakery's future, and Milk left town, vowing never to return. The memory of that day weighed heavily on both of them. Despite it all, every day, Mr. Gray whispered a quiet prayer, hoping he might see his son again. Far away in the city, Milk struggled too. Life wasn't as easy as he'd imagined. He faced setback after setback, and the pride that once drove him now felt like a heavy burden. He often thought of his father, of his kindness, of simpler days, and longed to return. But pride held him back. How could he go back after everything that had happened? One evening, as Mr. Gray was closing up the bakery, a young woman named Tan stumbled in. She looked exhausted and hungry, with a story of her own, a tale of rejection and mistakes that left her searching for a fresh start. Mr. Gray welcomed her in, offering a warm meal and a place to rest. Tan was stunned by his kindness. In her experience, others only offered judgment. That night, they talked. Tan shared a verse that had given her hope during her darkest days. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. It does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Her words lingered in Mr. Gray's mind, reminding him of the love he still had for his son. For the first time, he wondered if he could find the strength to forgive. On the other side of town, Milk sat alone in a cafe, lost in thought. He overheard two strangers discussing the very same verse. It brought back a flood of memories. His father reading the Bible, teaching him about love and forgiveness when he was a child. It was as if the verse was calling out to him, urging him to let go of his pride. And so, Milk made a decision. He packed his bags and set out for the town he once called home. The next morning, as Mr. Gray unlocked the bakery's doors, he saw a figure waiting outside. It was Milk. They stood in silence, each unsure of what to say. But before either could speak, Tan stepped forward, sharing a story about a father who welcomed his lost son back with open arms. She spoke of love that is patient and kind, of how true love offers second chances. Mr. Gray took a deep breath. This was his chance to live out the words he'd been reflecting on. He stepped forward and embraced Milk, tears filling both their eyes. They apologized, letting go of the hurt and pride that had kept them apart for so long. From that day forward, Milk stayed to help with the bakery, and Tan found a job in town, building a new life. Together, they turned the little bakery into a place where anyone in need of love and kindness could find it, a true community. This is the story of how a father and son and a lost soul discovered that true love is not just about words. It's about the choices we make each day, choices to be kind, to forgive, and to see the good in others. Because when love is patient and kind, it becomes a guiding light, healing even the deepest wounds. May we all find the courage to love with the same selfless heart.